For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, 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 for the record.
Gentlemen, welcome back to the Don't Sleep on the Couch podcast. We are now entering our sports segment, and this one is going to last a little bit long. So if you're here for sports, welcome. If you're not, clearly exit, and we will be back to some music albums here shortly. We got the time hacks. But right now, it's been a very pivotal game that we've been waiting for all season long, and that was the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Our homeboy, Rodrigo, and Prez had a bet for the ages. This wasn't no normal bet. It wasn't about money. It's more about pride and just outright humiliating the person who lost. The bet consisted of a jersey swap. No, not a jersey swap that you actually want to wear. A jersey swap of the opposite team, people. And with that said, man, Las Vegas Raiders did not prove to be enough to handle the AB-less Buccaneers. So, Prez, now that you're at 3-3 and 13-3 is still your goal, you got 10 more wins to go, man. I'm gonna let you take the floor. Man. I'm just gonna kick back and relax. I got my yak, and here you go, man.
All right. So first off, let me get out with my betting that got me contractually obligated to actually say Buccaneers, pretty good. Tom Brady and friends linked up. Hey, they are what you should do. Like when you see these all-star teams, I know I said earlier that all these teams never work. They seem to get it to work. Everybody, got full belief behind Tom Brady that he can actually bring it around up to the point where they got a plethora of weapons and names that's like younger players to older players that's willing to rally around them. And then now they throwing Antonio Brown back in the mix. Yeah, we know what Antonio Brown did off the field. We know what he did for the Raiders. I still got disdain for him on that level, man. It is what it is. But I mean, people still are actually checking for this dude and going out there. The dude has a talent, and with that offense finally like starting to come around with catching up with their defense, who's pretty tough, man. You can't run on that defense, as we found out. So yeah, if they get this extra weapon up in there where he can quit using, what was the dude named? Scotty Miller. I don't even know who this guy was.
A little light guy, but he's fast. He was fast as fuck.
I don't know what, man. Just lighting up our cornerback, man. Every time, just burn them. Like I think it was 2 or 3 times.
That's a hell of a backup plan to have when AB does take his role. Like they are not.
And now you're going to have weapons. AB filling that role, who man, we just seen the tapes. We done watched this guy. Like I said, we know the problems that he had. I know how I feel about him for the Raiders, dude. Like, hey, he did us dirty on that. Like, he gave us false hope. And I think how our season would have turned around last year, I think we would have at least had 2 to 3 more wins if we had AB on that team. But we didn't. It didn't go on. So Tampa Bay, y'all keep it up, man. If y'all keep on this trend, keep Tom Brady upright like y'all did. Like we didn't get not a single sack, not a single one. That's crazy, man. Like the defense over here at the Raiders, man. Y'all, we really got to step it up. So that was my contractually obligated statements. Tom Brady, you look very good. Y'all looking good going forward. I still don't know about y'all winning the Super Bowl as much, but I mean, y'all are on a roll, and y'all can definitely like keep. Y'all got a ton more wins out there. Ton more wins to be had. All right, Kev, Rodrigo, there y'all go. And hurt me a little bit inside right there.
Hey, man, sometimes
I died a little bit.
Sometimes, you got to honor your bet. 10
years off my life.
You're a man of your word. I've seen it. I've seen it in the group chat. You have paid everybody that you need to pay. You've ordered the Tom Brady jersey. Quite a nice Nike jersey. You know what I mean? We can put it up here, actually.
No, that will be it'll be part of some type of giveaway. If you're a fan of like Tom Brady, we'll have some type of giveaway.
After he wears it, after he wears it once, if you're a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, we'll do some type of drawing and We'll give it away. Sound like a good plan.
Sound like a plan.
All right.
Now, can I talk about the Raiders now?
Hey, it's your floor, man. I'm just gonna sit back and sip my yak.
All right. So, man, y'all watching that game. We started off real good, man. I mean, Derek Carr, we made a stop initially. We made him get 3 and out. We go up in there. Derek Carr marches down the field, scores 7 points real quick, man. I was like, there's gonna be a shootout, but this is gonna be we in there. We in there, right? Played the next 3 quarters, looking real good, still staying in the fight. We had 2 linemen go down. Well, we had 1 lineman go down, and then the other lineman get ejected out the damn game. Still couldn't see on the tape what exactly it was. I'm pretty sure they got the data and stuff out there what it was, but refs just ejected them. And I was just like, man, this ain't the NFL just playing with us again, man. We was already down Trent Brown. We couldn't practice with our line all week, and then Jonathan Abram is out, which I'm positive that's the reason they moved that game forward instead of backwards. Tom Brady definitely had some backroom talks with some people and just like, he ain't coming out here lighting me up. Yeah, but it is what it is, man. But after the fourth quarter and the 7 minutes left, I think it was like 24-20 at that point.
Yep.
Still a winnable game. But despite the horrible play from the defense, like I said, not a single sack, not a single pressure, no real picks, nothing like this. I mean, Trayvon Mullen was looking good on when he was playing, but we need help on that safety. We need Arnett back on the other side over there. I mean, because Scotty, whatever his name was, whoever the little Miller, whoever he was, just running up on Nevin Lawson like nonstop, man.
Because they had they paid extra close attention to Mike Evans. So Mike Evans you guys did your thing with Mike Evans, but like I think everybody else was like, goodness gracious.
Man, Gronkowski, like, man, how in the world we have a 5'9" dude on Gronkowski, who obviously didn't have no script behind him, because like when he caught that touchdown,
but
man, he was just like,
but you got to think, man. I mean, this is not news to anybody that's watching, but like most football players are short, right? You don't have a whole lot of 6 foot.
Yeah.
4. Gronk is what, 6'7"?
6'7". Man.
So of course, there's a reason why he is the GOAT of tight ends. Like I think nobody will dispute that at this point. That who?
I don't know, but I ain't ready.
Okay, you ain't ready to give it to him.
Ready to crown him.
You ain't ready to crown. But what I'm saying is, there ain't too many people that can take Gronk. And that's why he's been a mismatch this whole time. But you were talking about the defense. And then before in pre-production, you was going off about the DC and his firing and what he needs to do.
Man, they need to get rid of him. They need to get rid of him.
At this point in the season, though, Prez? At this point?
Yeah, I really do. I'm going to get back to that.
All right.
Let me talk about this other thing, though, man. Like, man, so the past 20 years of Raiders football has just been horrible. And then we constantly get our hopes up and just thinking like it's going to change. We done had 3 seasons where we done won over 10 games since 2001, the past 20 years, right? We done had 3 seasons where we done had over that. Man, it's just getting painful to just continue to watch this. 2016 was our last win streak. Like where we had 3+ wins consistently and kept it going. It's getting old, man. Like we get these miracle wins or these great wins that should get your motivation going. If we coming off bye weeks with teams that just went out and had a battle with other teams, and how in the hell we can't just like get our players up? I mean, all this is leaning towards coaching, man. Like every time these coaches, I know we've been through a lot of coaches in, but Gruden used to come in and change this. And this is the 3rd season that we done played at the bye week with a loss, a bad loss. What are y'all doing? Get on your guys. Let's get up in here. The players, man, y'all gotta want this. Y'all can't just be happy with 1 win. 1 win don't get us happy. Like, man, we just seen us losing for so long. It's time for a change on this thing, man. 16 seasons of finishing 3rd or worse. That's what we had as Raiders fans. Like, I know y'all used to me talking up and stuff like this, but man, this loss has got me just feeling a different type of way, because like this was a very good team, but a team we definitely could have beat. We had a shot at. We know the stuff that happened with COVID, but that shouldn't have been the stuff that stopped us. It's got to be somebody else on this defense. other than Abrams that can step up and, lay something and actually be that difference maker out there. How in the world we don't get not a single turnover? No sacks.
Can I say something about a glass half full approach that I think you guys are only 3-3 and my Eagles, and we'll get to them at 2-4-1, are far worse as far as a position. But the difference is, I think that you guys' fault is just that your defense is one of those things that's going to be a hole for quite some time. But I think that you guys have, against lesser competition, you have the offense to go.
Yeah.
So your defense will probably, on teams that you should beat with your schedule that we alluded to last week and the week before that, hey, you guys have some winnable games, so you should go on a 2 to 3 game win streak or a 2 game win streak. Probably lose
not
one.
with this defensive coordinator.
But with this defense, you don't think you're going to outscore most of the teams that you play, or at least get to 28?
I'm scared that they can score just as easy. Because
the teams that the teams you supposed to beat.
Man,
go ahead, carry on, man. I'm gonna look up your schedule while you
like
get to your next point.
New England. I don't feel like everybody's been showing them up now. They ain't what we thought they were, and what they ran all over us. Like, once again, I think it's defensive scheme. And how many years are we going to be just like these other teams? We're going to be like Bill O'Brien at Houston. You keep giving them a chance, and late in the season they go on a run, and then they're stuck there. But you're stuck in that same cycle, where, hey, we're gonna lose, and when back's against the wall, we're gonna make a run, but it's not enough to actually get in the playoffs. It's too late. How are we gonna be like Quinn over at Atlanta? Same thing that was going on. Hey, they made deep runs, but it was more losses than he was starting to rack up than anything. It's just like the writing's on the wall. Either you change and start changing your mindset in the offseason and everything else. You got to come out like it is week 7, week 8, and your job is on the line. You need to come out there like every game like that. You need to start thinking in the offseason like that. If you ain't, this ain't never going to change for you, and you need to be gone. I'm tired of the chances that we done gave him, man. Paul Gunter just got to go. It needs to be a change. Everybody going to say, oh, well, who do you replace him with? I don't care. Make next man up. If you get that change in culture, it changes the way of everybody thinks. You put everybody on notice, they will start actually playing and acting different. But you constantly sitting out there, Gruden, Mayor, y'all in charge over there. You sit over here, you evaluate talent, and you tell us you got all these awesome players over here, everybody praising you about the draft, but you can't evaluate the other talent that's around you. You can't see that the defensive coordinator, no matter what talent you give him, is going to give you half-ass product. Yo, you can't do nothing with that. You need to start evaluating that. Get somebody to scout him and tell you what he's doing wrong. Because, it just can't keep going on. Like, you can get all the talent, and we're going to sit there. We're going to be a breeding ground for them. As soon as they leave, they're going to excel once again. This is all they do. This is what we've been doing for the past couple of years. Man, we need to fix this defense. We have the players. We done paid these players. We done seen them excel on other teams. We went out of free agency. We locked down the linebackers. We done seen Max Crosby, how he did next year. He should be going up. His ceiling should be going up. We put more weight on him. We didn't decrease his speed. You keep telling us about Cleveland Farrell, how he's not a bust. And he's been doing all this great. I even was talk good about him on pressures and all this stuff. He's doing it. But then when I got the draft pick right after him, Devin, what's his name? Devin Bush?
But yeah, hold on.
Devin, but the linebacker who was out there last night, just on every play, 3 sacks, stopped us on the key 4th down or 3rd down play. It's just hard to actually like sit here and just keep singing your praises. Which offense, I'm gonna keep singing y'all praises. Y'all doing amazing. But this defense, and it's not the players. I do not put this on the players at this point. This has been consistent for the past 3 years. It's only one person who's been here all 3 of those years. Gotta change. It got to change. Your job is on the line. It needs to be done. Man, Gruden, I know you got the 10-year contract. Ain't much we can do about you. But, hey, you need to talk to your friends. I got family members. I got friends that I can't work with. They're good. They're paper geniuses. They're good on paper. They can say all the right things, but when it comes to execution, they just ain't got it. They just ain't got it. So when it comes to that execution, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to fail too? No, I'm going to go find somebody else who can do it on paper and execute it in the other way. Not just sit back there and give me the, oh man, this is where we messed up. I don't care where we messed up. I want to hit right on the first time. Let's go out there and win this. Not talk about but this is what we did wrong. You can only fail so many times to try to correct yourself. It's time for you to move on, man. Go to another team. You did it good at the Bengals or whatever, go back to them. We done with you over here.
But I'm a glass half full guy, Prez, and I've been looking up a few things while you've been talking here. Again, you're second in the AFC West. You've just beat the Kansas City Chiefs, so this is not a division game. So that's kind of your primary focus, right, is to win your division. So with that said, man, you got a few games here that can help you separate yourself from the pack because two of your next 3 games are against division rivals in the Chargers and the Chiefs. So you should win, and you got the Browns, who will be down Odell Beckham in this game, and they just played a nail-biter with the lowly Cincinnati Bengals. So, I mean, you guys, on paper, to me, have a better team than all 3 of these guys. So you should rattle off 3 wins. These are the games that you're supposed to win here, and you should be 6-3.
Come on.
You should be 6-3.
Cash.
With what you said with these games last week, I'm gonna pull your card here. You said you should be 13-3. These are 3 winnable games.
Yeah.
I've watched your team this year, unfortunately. I didn't want to. But I have.
You know you loved every minute of it.
No.
Even though we're going to go negative on it. Yeah, the good and the bad is good games.
Hey, man, I've been watching them so I can talk you through these things, because, you go up and down, man, But these 3 games before you play the Chiefs, then you got the Falcons, Jets. Hey, man, look, you should be okay, man. You should be okay. You should be okay.
I get what you're saying. But I know you want me to look at just this year, just keep getting better and better. But we had a team, a high caliber team, a team that people was already crowning and saying, oh, they're gonna be the first team. There's Super Bowls in Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay is just stacking the team. They're gonna be in the Super Bowl. We had a statement. We can go out there and make a statement right then and there. We can set the tone. We can have them thinking about us later on if we make it to the playoff and stuff like that. Like, oh, I don't want to go up against the Raiders. And you never know what you're going to get from them. But now, no. They just see us just like every other team. Just like, no, just stepping stone. Just a small little stepping stone that we got to get over, And that's I'm not okay with that. Not at the San Francisco 49ers a couple years ago drafting second and then going to the Super Bowl. It's possible to make those type of turnarounds. You just got to have the right stuff, the right people coaching in the right places and evaluate the correct talent and get them on there and working for you. Obviously, no matter what you say, Cleet, like I said, man, I like the people that's on our team. But old boy was better who got drafted behind you. He showed that last night. And this is where we've been messing up. I know we want to draft for, we need this defensive end. But the other defensive ends out there who got drafted after you been doing better. Harsh. True feedback, honest. Y'all, I know you're out there and you're working. I see your stuff. You got to work harder. You ain't doing enough. It's the only thing about it. There's people more talented than you, obviously, out there. So you just got to work harder. You got to want it more. Y'all ain't got that want right now.
Strong words, buddy, man. So, yeah, man. Sure, I got nothing else to say to that, man. Let you have it. Let you finish this one off.
Okay. So I'm done with all the negativity. Done with the negativity, man. It's a tough week, man. But like you said, we got to get ready for this next game. Let's hopefully all these pieces are coming back. We'll have Abram back. Hopefully you was watching this game on your birthday. Happy birthday, man. And just realizing how much you are a glue or a key player for this team and are needed. Your mentality is needed. So come out there, own your position. Don't mess up like y'all was messing up before. Get a hold of this COVID nonsense that y'all actually doing. Like, I understand the virus going to hit who is going to hit. I get that, and I understand we're going to have its ups and downs. But y'all can't add to it. Y'all have to start taking this a little bit more serious because we are in the position to actually be somebody, and y'all are messing that up by being lax a days ago. And if you're lackadaisical in this stuff, I've seen this hundreds of times as an inspector and stuff like that when I go out there inspecting people. If I find something over here that you've been lackadaisical, I can find 100 other things that you have. So that's telling me right now, y'all ain't focused. Y'all ain't really into this. There's some teams out there that are tuned in and locked in. They the ones who are going to win. If y'all get a couple of wins or a win like Kansas City and think you can just put your head down, with the goal, it's the Super Bowl every year, the Super Bowl. Until that game is played and you're in it, you don't get a break. You don't get a break. Matter of fact, you don't get a break until you reach that. You got to keep driving. You got to want it. Come on now, man. Like these people over here, man. So going into the Browns, man. This is a winnable game, man. I have zero faith in Baker Mayfield. But going against our defense, he got a shot. Nelson Aguilar, he's been killing it, man. He had a couple drops out there. Hey, man, your hands touch those balls, man. You got to catch it, man. You got to catch it. That's a grab. Shake it off. Come back next week. Keep doing what you was doing in those first couple of games. Just keep that up. If not, if you think you're gonna drop, put them hands down. Don't take away that doubt. Like, hey, he couldn't get his hands on it, so it wasn't catchable ball. It was Derek Carr's fault. But we can't have no more drops like that at key times, especially like when we making that push to actually seal another touchdown or whatever.
Yeah. Like I said, man,
we need Josh Jacobs, man. It's been a rough year for you, man. Everybody's keying in on you, man. Like, I know you got the effort. I know you got it, man. We got to keep pushing through. We got to drive through this, man. We got to find a way to get him more inside, outside, just get him where he can get some touches and actually, really go off this year, man. I don't think we had, a big, 100. Well, he did have a one game.
Yeah, he balled.
Christian McCaffrey.
I was looking at his rush yards.
The Christian McCaffrey game against Carolina, he balled out. But I think that was probably
he got 394 and 5 TDs, so he's not doing bad. He's well on pace to get to 1,000. So
yeah. So we definitely want to see y'all still excel. We need Brian Edwards. You need you to come back. Richie Incognito, man. If the other guy's gonna be out, we need you back out there too. We definitely don't need no crazy penalties where people getting ejected from the game. That's setting ourselves back. That's really setting ourselves back. Gruden, please fire this week. Please fire Paul Gunter. I know you're going to say, why did I fire him in the middle of the season? Why hold on to somebody that you know and you got a consistently track record of just not doing great? Not doing great. I don't care what you seen 10 years ago. Nostalgia is a trap. It's a trap. Somebody who's still doing what they did 10, 15 years ago and they living off that. That's telling me they ain't making an effort to do nothing what they need to do today. They ain't evolving with the game. They ain't around to change. They still saying this'll work. No, it don't. The game done change. The styles done change. Your play calling needs to change. Your coaching style needs to change. You got to approach these players a little bit different than you did 10, 15 years ago. The play, the penalties are different. You can't sit here and hold on to that thinking you're going to get another Vontaze Burfict type linebacker who get penalized or ejected or kicked out for the whole season. Your style has to change. Change it.
And with that said, people, if you like passionate hot takes, fans calling for firing in the middle of the season, and just downright optimism, tune in to DSC Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, you name it. Checking our show notes. You're going to get passionate takes like this from a real fan week in and week out. They don't win this Cleveland Browns game, boy, I think I may be podcasting by myself next week.
You're damn right, because 13-3 is still possible right now. We need that to happen.
He's still holding.
We need that to happen. 13-3.
He's still holding on to 13-3.